What is going on again, you amazing people? Back again with some more free value with something that I'm super excited to talk about because I've mentioned this to a lot of people and I thought this was very popular and apparently a lot of people don't know about this, okay? So super excited for this. This is relative to client acquisition and outbound. To paint a better picture for you before I tell you a story, I have a team, an outbound team of SDRs doing, I have a team on LinkedIn. I also have a team on Facebook. I have a team for email. I have an inbound team for ads. And I was on a call, story time, 2 days ago. And one of my SDRs, so the way I do this is I have multiple LinkedIn profiles of myself, which I'm going to show you in a second, the process. And we got in the call and I forgot that Michael, who is one of my SDRs, was the one who actually got him in. And he was like, hey, did you get a new LinkedIn? And I was like, no. Why are you asking? He goes, oh, because your name went from Kenneth to Kenna. And I was like, I was like, yeah. It's like, it's funny, man. I have a team of SDRs, and that was one of my SDRs, and we're actually testing. You'd be surprised from what we noticed. People are more inclined to open and reply to women, and so the LinkedIn profile he was using went from me to a picture of a girl and from Kenneth to Kenna. And he was like, oh, I'm a little confused. And so I broke down the whole process for him. And I showed him this. And then I mentioned the thing that I showed him to all of my clients whenever I'm doing my check-in calls. And none of them knew about this. And so I have one of my clients now, iReview, he owns a Claritas, all of these. They don't know about this, which blows my mind. So I want to show you guys how you can help reduce your sales team's churn rate by removing manual tasks from outbound relative to LinkedIn primarily, but email is intertwined in that whole process. So what does it do? The bigger picture before I pull this up. You can automate with softwares, and I will pull up a list of them. You can automate sending connection requests with follow-up messages on LinkedIn with XYZ softwares, if that makes sense. I'm not kind of confused that. And so rather than you having to only send out 50 connection requests a week, which is your limit on LinkedIn, with these softwares, now rather than manually doing it, you can import a list from LinkedIn and it will do it automatically. And I don't know how, but the cap is like 200. In some softwares, it's even more. It bypasses the 50 for some reason. And so that's what I want to show you because that's what I have my team of SDRs doing right now on LinkedIn. We basically import a list from Sales Navigator, and we test different messages and test different verbiage and connection and blah, blah, blah. And what we do is we just engage and interact with the people who show interest rather than us having a headache and like trying to follow up with people manually and having to like keep track of hundreds and hundreds of messages and like, okay, was this person interested? They wanted to call at this time, so on and so forth. So now everything is centralized, right? And we only get we only interact with the people who are interested. So some of the softwares, the one that I like is called Meet Alfred. I will log into my dummy account to kind of give you a gist. I'll keep this short. But what you can do is basically create a campaign. So, for example, LinkedIn connection requests. After that, you can send an email. So these softwares, not just Meet Alfred, but the other ones that I'll mention, can actually find the email that the user is using on LinkedIn, if that makes sense. And it can pull that email and send an email from whatever email you want to integrate with the software. On the campaigns that we're running now, primarily, I'm usually just sticking on doing just straight LinkedIn messaging, and I use Instantly for email, just to keep everything very simple and straightforward and not trying to burn our email. But you can literally send a connection with no messaging if you want, and then you can just send a bunch of follow-up messages after that if need be, right? And the cool thing is you don't have to do any of it. So you can go back to the dashboard, and when people reply, right, this is my dummy account, when people reply, you'll see it right here. So rather than sending 50 a week, you're sending 200 a day. And it's going to be hard to keep track if you were in your inbox. But now you can just see the people who reply right here. Super, super easy. So on that note, some other softwares. I like Meet Alfred because I noticed the other ones, although that some may be more robust, they're robust. They are very confusing to use. Like the other one, which is a very, very popular one that a lot of big organizations use, is Expandy. This one is so freaking tedious for me. There's like ways to work. You can like bring yourself in as an agency and use clients' accounts. And it's very cool, but it's just the learning curve on it is very tedious. And if you want to do it how I'm having my clients do it, where they're just getting it for their sales guys, you want to get up and start it as soon as possible. You don't want to have to take this time to learn the software. And Meet Alfred's pretty simplistic. Just go in, import a list from Sales Navigator. You don't have to have Sales Navigator. You can do it just from a LinkedIn search, like typing in insurance. I always recommend having Navigator so you can really iron in on the sending out messages to the correct people. We don't have to. So Expandy is another one. Another one is Skylead. Is it Skyleads or Lead? Maybe it's Skylead. This is the other one. I like this one. You can build like contingencies within that. A little bit more robust than Meet Alfred. I do like it. This is probably like my second favorite one. Again, Meet Alfred is very simple. The other reason I like Meet Alfred, I wish I had an affiliate link. I'm not making any money off them and I'm recommending them, is a scheduler, right? So you can actually go on here and link. Where is it at? I think I'm on the right thing, right? Scheduler. Oh, I'm an idiot. Once you connect your accounts, you can actually schedule different posts, right, for content, which is pretty cool. Another thing which I don't use is you can connect Facebook and Twitter. So not only can you like hit someone on LinkedIn email, but you can also hit them on Facebook and Twitter. The only thing is a lot of the times it can't find their Facebook and Twitter, so I don't even really utilize it. I use this primarily just for LinkedIn. Another one would be, the last one would be Wellexy. This is the other one I'm using. I do like it. It's a very popular one that just started, that just became popular. It's just not as customizable. You have to use their templates. I assume that's going to change in the near future, as they literally are just not blowing up. But that is another one that is really big. So I hope you guys found this helpful. There's a thing that we do on Facebook for outbound that I'm noticing a lot of clients don't know about. So I'm going to talk on that in another video. But this is super important if you're in the B2B space to do LinkedIn outreach. And so I hope you guys, found some value in this. So any questions, let me know. Join the Facebook group. If you're not in the Facebook group, SaaS Marketing Oracle, we give away all kinds of free assets. And y'all have a good one.